Hi everyone, welcome to Three Themes Live.
Yes.
Hello, Miss Fern.
I'm so excited to be here.
Oh, I'm excited you are too, and you've got the heart sweater going on.
Yes.
So cute.
I brought the love.
You gotta check out the jeans.
Oh.
I don't know if we can get a shot of this.
I don't know if you want to.
You have got to check out the jeans, maybe when we're sitting down.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, you guys wait for it. All right, well, you're watching Three Themes Live. Where theme number 1 is something to smile about, theme number 2 is something to learn, and theme number 3 is something to discover. Let's go. Hi everyone, welcome back to Three Themes Live. I'm Kris Thurgood here at my girlfriend's Quilt Shop, and I'm so excited for today. We have a really fun show planned for you, filled with great information, plus a new pattern. And guess what? We get a little behind the scenes look with Miss Suzanne, who's in the house today. Hi, Suzanne.
Hello.
And we've got Fern with us as well, because we're talking about Operation Organization.
Yep.
Is that a theme?
Well, it is for me.
Yes,
it is now.
definitely.
It is
Yeah.
exactly.
I got to tell you, after
Yeah.
I started working on that, I have used so much out of my scrap bins already. I'm not kidding.
Nice.
I'm not kidding.
It wasn't something that you had to throw away or toss aside. You
Nope.
said, I'm going to use this.
I am using it.
Oh
Yep.
my goodness,
Yeah.
that's fantastic.
It's awesome.
Wow. What about you, Fern? Have you been on the cleaning mode and organizing?
Yes, like I found a tote of fabric that I've had in my sewing room for probably 6 years.
Uh-huh.
And I finally went through it.
Oh,
and
wow.
cleaned it out. So that was
Nice.
my big,
Nice.
I stay pretty organized, but yeah.
Yeah.
There's corners where you know, I don't want to deal with it. That was mine.
It's good to have the both
Yes.
of us on because this girl's organized. I'm like, whatever happens, I'll just make it. Whatever I can get by with.
Yeah, it makes total sense. The yin and the yang, right?
That's right.
Okay, well, as I teased earlier in the opening, we've got to look at Fern's jeans. I mean, come on.
Put that leg up there.
Come on, look at those.
Look at how cute
How
they are.
cute are those? Hearts all over.
All over, I know.
And she came on set today and she said, I'm loving the hearts at the beginning. So
Yes, they're
are,
fun.
Are you kind of a Valentine girl?
I love every holiday, but
Yeah.
yeah. I usually never decorate till the first of the month. I'm very regiment about that. I was like, I'm so tired of winter. I decorated 2 weeks early. I broke my mold after all these years.
Well, great. Well, you know what? We've got some things to take a look at today because, it's time to take a closer look at what is lurking in our sewing rooms.
That's right.
And
Kinda scary.
how we can repurpose those things too, which you're going to talk about during theme number 3, right?
It's my love. Yes.
Yeah.
I love to do that.
Do you?
I do. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I can't
my
wait to
husband
see
will
what you
comments
pull
like, why is
together.
that stick on the wall? It's grapevine. It's not a stick.
It's not a stick.
He never knows what he's walking into.
I love it. Well, so many of you love when Suzanne comes on because she just has such a way with fabrics and matching, patterns and
Yeah.
designs
I
together.
love doing that. Love it.
And so I said, hey, Suzanne, would you mind if you showed us a little something? So we're going to watch that in just a minute, a little behind the scenes in her sewing room. But first, we did a shout out to ask what your
Yes.
sewing rooms look
Yep.
like, and you guys delivered.
They
Let me
definitely
tell
did.
you.
Yeah.
So we wanted to, have you come and say, you know what, this is it, because admitting what's happening
It's
in
the
front
first
of you
step.
is the first step, right?
That's right.
Yeah,
So-
it's kind of 12 steps, like, the 12-step
Exactly.
program.
So
That's
we
right.
wanted to see your messy sewing room, and no judgment here.
Yeah, not
So
for me. Are you
let's
kidding?
quickly take a look at some of these pictures that were sent in. Becky Hale, our friend. Oh my goodness. You know what? It just looks like you're having a lot of fun.
I was going to say,
right?
that looks like you're in the middle of a progress.
Exactly.
It doesn't look bad.
Here's Gayla Chapman.
Look at that.
That's looking pretty
Pretty good, yeah.
organized.
I wouldn't
think.
complain about that.
Okay, Becky and Gayla, I don't know about you two. All right, Beth Adams, here we go. And you know,
Good,
Beth
yeah.
is actually, she lives in a motorhome, so it's kind of tough to do
That's
projects.
pretty brilliant, yeah.
And so that's really, really good.
Yeah.
Miss Donna Passerati, I just cracked up when I saw
You know what? I love
Girlfriend's
that.
Patterns
Yeah.
right there.
That's right.
I love it.
Here's Cindy Thomas. Ooh, she even took a little video.
Nice.
I love that.
Yep.
Okay, nice, Cindy.
Nothing's
Thank
been
you.
so bad, though, do you think? Nothing's been that
No.
bad.
Nothing terrible. All right, Cindy. Yeah, that actually is. Look, is that a clean space I see on a on a table? I
can
don't
see-
know what
yeah.
that's like. Dolly
Dolly?
Ramberger. That's a very nice open
Yeah.
space as well. Deborah White. Fun,
Yeah.
Deborah. Looks like you're having a good time.
Yep, that looks great.
A few
Honestly,
projects
it's not
piling up, but not bad.
It's not bad.
And Elizabeth Robitzek. I hope I said
Good
that
job.
correctly.
It looks good to me.
But that looks great too. Janice Breming. See, you know what? The best thing to think about is that you are not alone when you
That's
see all
right.
these pictures. Brenda Schuett, again, having a heck of a lot of fun right there. That's right. I love it. Okay, Brenda. Can't wait to see the projects you're coming up with from that. Brenda Vanderwerk.
Brenda.
All right, like it. Looks like some fun machines are there.
Mm-hmm.
And Ann Wakefield, that looks really nice. I'm seeing floor space, which
Yeah,
is,
that's a
can
good big
sometimes
room.
be a rarity, right?
That's right.
Anita Jackson, here we go. Looking good. All right, and there we go. So that was really fun.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
I don't see any of them that bad, did you?
I don't either.
Well-
You know what? I'm looking for a few others that I saw earlier that didn't make the cut, apparently. But maybe on another
different
day.
day, yeah.
Maybe tomorrow. Are we going to see more tomorrow? I think so. Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Okay.
So if you didn't see your picture up there, you're like, I know, I sent in a mom
And I'm
messy
ready to
room.
confess.
And
I'm ready to confess.
You know, yes, I'm ready to take charge of my life. Well, that is too fun. Thanks, you guys, for being such good
Yeah.
sports and sharing those scenes with us, because it really does. It makes you go, okay, I'm not alone in this.
Yeah.
That's right.
Sometimes I think for me, I just get going so fast and I have so many different projects I'm working on that it's really easy not to clean up after
Oh,
a
so
project.
true, so true. I do that all the time.
Like, yeah, I'll take a project and I set it here, and then I work on another one and I set it there.
Yep.
Pretty soon, I've got 7 or
Whoa.
8, which when I started, remember, I was only going to do one at a time.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the bad thing is if you have a lot of space,
You
that
fill it up.
space is ready to be filled
Oh,
up.
yeah.
And I have like 2 cutting tables. And do you think I can cut at either of those tables? I go to the
Are
dining
they
table.
piled? They've got, yep, okay. Well, hey, that's all
Just
good.
admit, just embrace it.
Yeah, that's right.
Embrace it.
Yeah.
And I have
You
learned
move
since I started organizing the scraps, I was like, just put it away the second you get
I
done with
know.
it.
So, in
And
fact,
it's like,
someone mentioned in the comments earlier that you've got
Heidi.
you've got to just keep.
Yep.
You've got to not push it aside. You just need to put it where it goes.
Very true.
And that's very, very true.
But it's
You
work.
know what? Exactly. There's too many things I want to work on.
I know.
Too
I'd rather
fun.
sew.
Yeah,
Yeah.
see, Linda does the same thing. She cleans up after each project.
Good idea.
And she works in a very small space. So,
And
yeah.
depending on your space, you have to work with what you have.
Exactly. That's exactly right. So,
Well, and I feel like the project is a lot easier to do
Yeah.
if your space is clean when you start.
oh,
So,
amen to that
Yeah.
for sure. All right. Well, we're going to take a closer look at Suzanne's room, and she's going to share with us some of her best tips for sorting all those scraps, because I know that's a tough one. So we're going to kind of follow her behind the scenes and see how she does it. And I'm really excited to do that, because as soon as her little montage is over, we'll come
gonna
right
use
back
those.
here, and you are going to use
Yeah.
those scraps. I cannot wait. All right. We'll take a look at Suzanne right now.
All right, here we are right in the middle of all my scraps, and I'm going to tell you what I did. First of all, I like to have a good environment to work in. So I chose a room that I won't be interrupted in. I also like to have some nice, quiet, soft music playing. I know that sounds weird, but it helps me think a little better. Usually I put on some classical or something. And I like my hot beverage with me. So I like to have one of those to drink. And then I'm relaxed. So I'm going to show you what I've got here. I've got a lot of bins. I went to the Dollar Tree. You can do this as expensive as you want to. I went to the Dollar Tree to buy some things. I got the $3 bins so that I could fit everything in them. And I decided this is the only size, this is the only amount of scraps I'm going to keep of this particular color. You need to choose also how you want to do your scraps too. If you want to do like colors, style, designer, size of scrap, that kind of thing. So get that figured out before you get started. And then when you do, label your buckets. I've got my reds, oranges, yellows, pinks, greens, blues, purples, blacks and grays. Then I've also got a couple of styles that I do, which I have tons of Christmas fabric and tons of Halloween fabric. Then I also have, so I have buckets for those, and then I have low volume or lights that I can use for backgrounds. And then I've got a bucket of just straight up solids. Come to find out, I have a bunch of strips of solids that I did not realize I had. Then one other thing that I've come across a lot in my scraps is that for some reason I had cut lots of strips. So I actually made a bin for strips. These can be used for like doing rugs or for tote bags or any jelly roll kind of quilt that you do. So here's what we're going to do. All of these are full of scraps. I just take one of them and then I decide, is this a red? It goes in the reds. This is a light, it's going in the lights. If it's a strip, here's a beautiful strip, it's going in the strips, and I just keep going. But if I come across a piece that's really tiny, like say for example, this one, that's not worth keeping to me. Some people might keep them for crumbs, but I'll never do a crumb quilt. I don't think anyway. And so I just throw this right in my trash, okay? I also have a bin for things that I think other people will use or that can go to the Humane Society for stuffing the dog beds or cat beds, or that can go to other charitable communities. A lot of people like to cut their scraps down when I don't have time for that. So if I want to do that, I'll grab the bin after I've got them sorted, and then I'll look through that squares of yellow. So I'll cut them out of that. Give yourself permission to thoroughly. I say to myself, you made something really pretty with that fabric that somebody loves. Now this piece, don't do too much at a time. Don't get overwhelmed because then you'll just do what I usually do, which is, oh, I don't even need to worry about this. I'll do it. Okay, thanks so much.
Suzanne.
Nice.
Well, that was fun. I liked it, though. I thought you had some really...
Want something simple, like how you were saying one of your friends cuts the pieces, 2.5-inch strip and that kind of thing. I don't want to do that until I want to grab the fabric, you know. I just put it in the bucket.
And let's take a look at this project here.
That's my scraps.
And you know what I think is interesting? I really like the fact that...
Have a little more in there without a lid.
True.
And it's
good
pretty.
point.
Yeah,
It's attractive.
So it looks like just an IKEA shelf.
Yeah.
You...
Well,
it's like a
whole
whole
room.
wall.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, that was scraps. Or was there something that Suzanne
Wrote all the points I put in there. I wrote them down, and they're on a sheet.
Okay.
We could just call it a scrap busting technique sheet, you know, or something like that.
Yeah, we
So
could definitely
we could just
do
make that
something
available.
like that.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll work on that. All right, Heidi said your wall, and Liz says you're an overachiever.
No, I'm not. I just, okay, it's your fault this happened. I love collecting fabric. Well, and it's a good thing.
Yeah, it is.
That I love pulling fabrics together.
Yeah.
And I just
Yeah.
put in colors and experimenting.
Yeah, that's fun.
It's till 2
You know
or
what?
3 in the morning sometimes.
That's what's so fun about the hobby that we have,
Yes,
for sure.
it sure is.
All right. Well, that was great. We can't wait to see what Suzanne ended up making with a dent, making a dent out of your scraps, right? But, you know, we're here for that too. Yeah. So, all right, we'll go ahead and take a look at what Suzanne and Fern have put together for us. It is a Stash Buster quilt you're not going to want to miss. So we'll be back right after this.
Three Things Live was so coquette last week.
It sure was, and we are loving the super hot trend of using bows just about everywhere.
We decided to show you how to make your own home decor, wire ribbons on a serger, a super cute Valentine's Day project, and a quilt that is to die for.
You've got to check this show out. It's a lifestyle show brought to you by my girlfriend's Quilt Shop. This is where you and your girlfriends and guy friends from around the world can come together to laugh, learn, and discover what is new in the world of sewing.
Three Things Live airs 3 days a week, Monday through Wednesday at 1 p.m. Mountain or 3 p.m. Eastern. Can't join us live? Watch it on demand via Facebook or YouTube by clicking the links below.
Be sure to watch Three Things Live, where we always have something to make you smile,
Something to learn.
and something to discover. Let's go!
Welcome back. Here's Fern and I over here ready to do some scrap busting. And it's going to be fun. So, what do you think
You're
about
Suzanne.
that? Oh, yes, I'm Suzanne.
I'm Fern. You're Suzanne.
Yep.
Awesome.
All right, let's see here. We're going to talk a little bit about cutting it up and getting it ready. So,
Which is my nemesis. So I'm not a
Yes.
scrappy.
I know that, but we're going to make it work for
Scrappy
you.
in the backyard, but not
Yeah.
at the sewing machine.
I did bring one of my bins, and it is labeled pinks. See, I did. I
Nice.
followed through, and it's got all my pink scraps in it for you, okay? But some of the scraps are a little bit big for us to do for this project that we're going to be working on. And this is the block that we're going to be making right there. It'll be really fun. It's very easy. It's very fast. So,
All right.
okay. This is just, and we're going to do another technique in this as well, and it's called partial seams. So we're going to put that together because it's real spinny, but you know, it's kind of hard to figure out how to do that, but you're
Right,
going to do it,
I'm
and it's
gonna do
not
it.
hard at all.
Cross your fingers.
All right, so what we start with to do this pattern is I just have lots of newsprint at my house. I bought tons of it, and we will have that available for you guys today. I just take that newsprint. It's normally this size, you know, full size paper. Cut it in half.
Okay.
So you've got a 5.5 by 8.5 square. So out of these scraps, I just pull out a ton, just like this. I'm not kidding. I know.
I'm having a
she's
little
like,
anxiety.
I just pull them out, and then if you want to really be scrappy, just reach over and grab something and then put it with it. Just reach over and grab something and put it
Alrighty.
with it. But if it's not, if it's too long,
See, I'm grabbing the same thing that's
yeah,
there.
she's like, oh, I can't buy that. Pull that one.
it's not
And then
matching.
you're going to lay that down. The first one you're going to lay down. Let me show you, like on one of the plain pieces, and then you're going to keep sewing on that one.
Okay.
So here's one piece of the paper. We're going to put that on. You're going to lay that first one down face up, whatever angle you want it, okay? And then you're going to take the second one, and you're going to lay it right sides together. It's almost exactly like paper piecing. And then you're going to sew your 1/4 inch seam right there, okay? Fold it over, keep pressing. Take the next one, and if you want it to be a little more wonky, lay it on like that. Oh, that's 2 pieces. So right sides together always from the center one on. So if I want it to sew on a little more wonky, I'll sew it like that. And then you can just cut that off as you go. This is some completely improv, okay? So it's not gonna be hard. So let me get this for you. I've already started one for her.
Okay.
Now you grab.
I like the idea if you just hand me a piece of fabric.
It will be scrappy.
That's okay.
Okay, and then just lay it on. Now, if it's kind of a wide piece, for example, like this one, while she's sewing that, I'll just show you. I will take it. If I want that to be narrower, I'll just take it, and you don't need a ruler. Just cut a piece, cut straight. Doesn't have to be that straight even. Cut off what you don't want, and then sew it. This one, it's too wide for what I want. So we're going to cut this one totally in half. Okay? So it's completely improv. So it's pretty fun.
Do you want me to iron as I go or just finger
You
press?
can use this
I like that.
little eye roller. I love those. I think we actually have those available for you today too. And if not, I know they'll be on comments sold. So then you've got that.
Okay.
Now, Fern, I'm going to hand you another one, okay? And you're going to finish this
I'll
paper.
Just keep that.
Okay, all right, let's see. Let's just go with this, see if that'll fit on somewhere, and then I'll pull out some more for you, because we need some variety of color. And then I'm gonna give you that right there.
I need a little bit longer piece.
Okay?
Look, did you see that? I just grabbed
She just grabbed
it.
one. I'm so proud of you.
I want this face on here, though.
Oh yeah, you know what? I did bring a mermaid piece too.
Dig in the face.
Where is it? There she is. You're gonna get this one on there too.
I'm afraid you're gonna get me addicted to this.
It's so much fun, I'll tell you right now. Okay, this little girl needs to be ironed,
Okay.
but we'll just iron her afterward. Oh, you got it, okay. So we've got to get that mermaid showing on there.
Okay.
All right, and then let's just pull a few more pieces over for you. It's not very hard. It's pretty fun, actually. These are kind of blocks that you can do when, like, these could be leaders and enders. You could get these sewn up in between projects as you're going. So
And I just want to make sure I'm sewing all the way off the edge of the paper, right?
all the way off the edge of the
Okay.
paper. And I guess I probably should look at the pattern, huh, and tell you what it says to do. Yeah, just continue randomly sewing, go all the way across the edge, because we are going to trim to that exact square.
Okay.
So. And then if a piece isn't quite long enough, but if you want it in there, just sew another piece onto it. Like I would sew
That little piece there.
these two together, and then it's like you've got two different, so.
Okay, I need a couple more for the other side.
Okay, how
But you
about
know,
that one?
My mother loved to do this, and she would have me, and it's like, Mom, why did you do this? And then I'd move some blocks around, and then we were both happy. And
Yeah. But your mom likes doing scraps, I take it.
she loved using. She came from depression. She loved to use
Yep.
everything.
Use it up.
Yep.
What's that saying?
One
Oh,
more.
you need more? Use it up, wear it out, make it do or do without. That's
Yep.
a depression saying. I forgot to show you, when you have a big scrap like this, and you want to use it for this kind of thing, basically do the same thing I was just showing. Cut off a strip. You don't even have to use a ruler or anything. And then cut it down to size so that it will not be too big for what you're using. All right, so Fern's got
I'm
that whole
gonna
thing. Press
run
that one.
a quick press over the iron.
All right,
with
and
the
then I'm
iron.
going to show you what we're going to do for trimming these down. Let me get my ruler real quick. So if you look right here, oh, I've got a big mermaid right there too, but she's missing her noggin.
She lost her face.
Yes, she
There you
did.
go.
Oh, perfect. That's beautiful. Look what she did. I love it. I love the combo. Okay, so we're going to square these all down to this right here. Your paper on the back is going to be the right side, that the right size that you want. So I'm going to square these two. I just turn it over, line it up, and then square that.
I love that you can cut with a rotary cutter sitting down.
I can.
Isn't that the hardest thing?
It kind of is. So take those off. And again, I mean, I know it sounds, if you're chintzy, you can go back and use these as well. I mean, they're fine.
But if you're cleaning up your sewing room, go ahead and
you can toss
them.
Give them to like the Humane Society for the dog
to stuff
beds.
the dog bags. Yeah.
Yeah.
The dog
Which I
beds.
did have a lot of those. So, but this one's really big. I feel like I can
So
use that
you're gonna
again.
use it again.
Yeah. So here's another one right there. Okay. So we've got one. Okay. Okay. So we've got 3 of those ready, and we're going to get the 4th one ready. And then Fern is going to do our partial seams.
Yes.
Okay, where did I put? Okay. In the pattern, it tells you to cut out, get a 3.5-inch square of what you want to have in your center. That's what it takes. So we'll get right back to that one. You can see I've used this up. I've used these several times, but let me square this one up for you real quickly. And then you'll have all 4 pieces for
Okay.
your scrap buster block. Is that what we're calling it? Yep, scrap buster block. Okay. This is not a hard thing to do, you guys. It's actually quite fun. I really enjoy doing it, but I have to have my scraps available to me to do it. And so now that it's organized, I can make this. So, all right, let me toss all those back in the bin. Now, let's get this laid out here. We want this right here, our center. And then we're going to just go ahead and lay these around. It's going to be kind of a spinning thing. So you can see what we've got going on here like this. But we can't finish it. I mean, we can't sew this to there because then we have, you know, it'd have to be a Y seam or something like that. So we're going to do a partial seam. So Fern's going to take this and put that, so from here, let's see, from here to about 2/3 of the way down, okay? And we'll leave this open. And then we'll press that over, and then this should fit just perfect. So this one across the top, then this one goes on, and then the bottom. And then we'll finish that last seam. Nice. And you can sew through the paper, don't worry about it. I tear the paper off when I'm ready to sew the blocks together. Or if I have time sitting down and watching TV.
So do you always have to use paper?
I do. You can use muslin. A lot of people use a muslin foundation, and I've done that before too. Then you don't have to pull your papers off, but I have so much of this foundation paper, and it's so thin that it's very easy to sew through. And I don't mind that at all. Okay, so how'd that look? Okay,
gorgeous.
So she's got this a little bit open down here. See how that is? And it's 'cause we're gonna finish it up right there. Now, Fern, take this one, and you're gonna, those should line up just perfectly.
Okay.
Sew that one on, and we're gonna sew all the way across on that one. So it'll be a full seam.
And I want to make sure none of my fabric's folded under, right?
One thing I should probably mention, but probably most of you know this when you're sewing through papers, to shorten up your stitch length. I had this one shortened up to like 1.8 or 2,
Yeah, 1.8.
something like that, yeah. So it makes it a whole lot easier to tear your papers out. Okay, that worked beautifully.
I was a little scared my 1/4 inch.
I think I have a set of 1/4 inch for you.
No, I was worried about me
Oh,
actually doing it,
Yeah, that's right. Okay. How about this one's going to go on right here. We're going to put that right there. I don't know if I like that color. I like that better, I think. Let's do that.
Okay.
Okay, there's that. And then we'll do the last one, and then we'll show you how to close up that partial seam. Yeah, you can find this pattern in new releases, and also I see we've got a link up there in the comments as well. It's a technique sheet. It's not a terribly difficult pattern. It's just going to give you the pointers of what you need to do, and there are some pictures to follow along as well. Okay, it does give you the information on how to do the partial seam as well. All right, here's our last one. What do you think? This way or this way?
Oh, let's put the mermaid in the middle.
Oh yeah. Well, she won't.
Whatever.
Let's put her there.
Okay.
Okay, let's leave it this way, and then you're going to sew all the way to the edge of that one right there. Okay, so it'll be a complete seam right there as well. Okay. Then we've got just that one last little side to sew up, and then your block is ready. It makes, I think it's a 13-inch block. Is that what I? Yeah, it'll finish at 13 inches. Oh, darn it. You gotta have one unthread or one broken thread or something.
Right?
So, but this is something, like I said, you can do these in between your actual projects when you're sewing blocks together. I keep a little box. So only recently did I start doing this. I keep a little box next to my machine to gather up the things that I've cut off or the scraps that I have, and then I can just grab that as I'm going with the little piece of this paper because there is no pattern to it. I just sew a couple on, and if I have them there, I mean, it's getting a couple projects done at once. How's that looking, Fern?
I think I did it.
I think that's fantastic. Yeah. Okay. So now our last step here is to take this seam right here. We're going to fold it over because we have this part to finish up. We're going to just pull that just straight. Should work out just perfectly. You did a great job on your seams. I would normally start. You can start on either end if you want. I think I usually started up up in here just so it would end up evenly. So
You don't want a big bubble.
yeah, you don't want that to be buckled up here.
Yeah.
So let's give you that.
All right.
And then we'll have our pink block. We'll have a pink, a blue, and an orange. I mean, I feel like I'm gonna make a quilt with this. So
You're putting all the colors together?
I'm gonna put them all together out of my scrap bins.
See, that's where you lose me.
But I have plenty of scraps to make. I could probably make 3 or 4 of these quilts. So
Yeah.
now, another thing you can do, there are so many things you can do with this section of the block. Like, you could just make this be a block on its own. You can see right here, I had a couple of pieces that I really liked, and I got it was short, so I thought I'll just toss that in. I sewed something to the end, and it fit. So let's see what we got. Yes, that right there. Okay, so here is the pink one we just barely made. Look at that cute thing. I've chosen, funky fabrics that I have that make a good center, noticeable.
Yeah.
Like a
spotlight.
yes. So that's pretty much it up, and it's got a nice spinning block right here.
That is very fun. I love it.
Yes, that was so fun. So,
Awesome.
all right.
Well, that was cool because that scares me.
You did
And-
fantastic.
Well, because you handed me the fabric, but scrappy stuff scares me. My brain doesn't like. I like everything organized. So, thank you so much.
Yeah, no, thank you. You did a great job.
Let's go on to thing 3.
All right, thank you.
We would love to invite you to be a part of the Stitch Your Story Challenge for 2025. We're going to help you create a quilt this year that not one other person on the planet will have, because it's your story. What we are going to invite you to do is that you're going to create a 12.5-inch unfinished block every month, according to a theme.
We're not going to leave you alone.
No.
We're going to give you tips and tricks
Yep.
and techniques.
3 Themes Live is going to become your go-to source for this. The first week of every month, the 3 shows will be based around that theme to get you excited and spur some ideas into you of what you could do.
Right.
I'm going to keep
Love
going
it.
with all
Yes.
of you. I'm going to do my best.
Now, Allison, are there any rules to this?
Well, it needs to be in a 12.5-inch unfinished block, but other than
That's
that,
it.
And then she wants me to narrow it down to just 3. Are you kidding me?
Let's keep the conversation going on Facebook, YouTube. Let's keep cheering each other on. We're going to have a great time while we're doing so. I'm so excited. Monday, February 3rd on 3 Themes Live, Susan Goldman Rubin, the author of The Quilts That She's Bent, will be joining us live.
she'll be sharing fascinating quilting stories from her life and book. Join us at 1 p.m. Mountain and 3 p.m. Eastern.
Let's go. All right, welcome back, everyone. We're on to thing number 3. Thanks, you guys. That was a really fun little
fun.
demo.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see that being very relaxing, kind of mindless
Yep,
sewing.
that's what we
and
need.
Fern, I'm really proud of you. I know that was a really tough thing to do
It was
with the scraps.
I'm a little anxious.
Yeah.
It's like
Whew,
taking
you did
some
it.
deep breaths from the gut. Yes. I learned some breathing
You
techniques.
did it. I love it. I love it.
Yes.
Get this girl to loosen up.
There you go.
But I have to show you, this
Yeah.
is how I do scraps.
Okay.
So-
Yeah.
So these are my Kimberbell scraps, and when I
Okay.
have a project, I just bring this little bucket over, and I pull out my greens, I pull out my beans. So I'm not a huge
That works
scrappy
great.
person,
That is fantastic, though.
Wow.
But like if I have, like I just did love notes.
Okay.
And I was using my Kimberbell fabric because we don't have kits anymore.
Yes.
And everything is right there. I have my
That's
solids,
awesome.
my prints.
Perfect.
And this works really well for me.
Yes,
And-
I think that's very doable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that a
For
lot.
me.
Now, here's an interesting question that came up in the comments while you guys were doing your demo. Someone asked, when do you consider a piece of fabric a scrap?
That is something I meant to cover in my little video, but I do have that listed in the sheet. You know, the kind of the rules to follow if you want to loose rules.
Loose
And
rules, yeah.
Okay, so these right here, because she does smaller projects, the Kimberbell ones, these are too small for me. I don't keep those, but for me, I have to have. It has to be. I like it to be at least 5 inches wide, generally, unless it's going to be a strip, like a 5-inch square. You know, like
Okay,
a
sure.
charm pack size.
Yeah.
And any of the pre-cut sizes work really good
As a scrap.
as a scrap.
You would consider a scrap, where a lot
Except
of
for
people
the
would
charm, the
consider
2.5.
maybe 2.5 inches, right?
Yes, that's
You
a little
know?
bit too small for me.
Yeah, but works perfect for someone like you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's very interesting. Good question for whoever
yeah, it
had
is.
asked that.
Yeah.
Now, Fern, you know, one of the discoveries that you have made over recent years is how you're able to repurpose items that you already have in your home to make it so that you have a place to organize.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit more.
So I like literally walk around my house. I walked around my house before I came here, and it's like, what can I show? It's like, okay,
Interesting.
I love clear totes.
Yes.
Anytime
definitely.
something's in a bag,
Uh-huh.
you can't find it. So when something comes home, it comes out of the green bag.
Okay, I
Yep.
think that is an excellent
Yeah,
point.
you don't know what's
Excellent.
there.
I know that when we were looking at your messy sewing rooms out there, how many green bags did we
Yeah.
see? Or, you know, packages that were
Which we
still in the
love
boxes.
seeing.
We do love seeing, but I think that's a
Yeah.
great point. Take it out of
Take
the
it
box,
out of the
take it
bag.
out of the bag.
I
Yeah.
agree with that. And if you don't take it out, then you forget you've purchased
It's
it.
true.
And then you do it again.
Yes,
you know?
Which is
exactly.
okay
Yeah,
for us.
yeah.
But we like when I was looking at the people's pictures, I was showing my husband. It's like I want to see where the trouble parts are.
Where are the pain points?
Yeah, where do they
Sure.
need help
Yeah.
putting
Yeah.
stuff?
Okay, so what were you able to come up with?
Stabilizer. Stabilizers everywhere. This is my stabilizer bag. I have 2 of them.
And it's cute.
Yes, it's cute. I have 2 of them because I have a lot of stabilizer.
Yeah.
So this one in particular is all my wash away stuff.
Ah.
This isn't mine. This is from this here.
Okay.
I don't want to lug all my stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
But so all my wash away stabilizer is in this one,
Uh-huh.
and then I have a larger one that has all my tear and cutaways and everything
good
else.
plan.
That's a really
So-
good idea.
I have a desk that I don't sit at, has my serger on and my threads around it, and it just slides underneath that desk.
Nice.
So it's out of the way.
Okay.
It's pretty.
Uh-huh.
I like things pretty.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
that's
Hey,
a
it's
great
right
thing.
there. It's handy for when you need
Right.
it. Okay.
That's a big key. If it's visible, if it's there and you can see it, that is fantastic.
And
Yeah.
it's easy to put it away.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I literally just, when I'm done, I just throw
Toss
it in
it
there.
back in there. Okay.
Sometimes I hit, sometimes I
Yeah.
don't.
There you go.
There is a over-the-door storage.
Sure.
It's a soft shoe storage, right?
Uh-huh.
Actually,
Sure.
mine is it's like one big bin. And I apologize for not bringing that. I should have brought it, but it is awesome. I put all my threads for my long arm in there. It's like
That
a little
hangs
cubby.
over the door?
It hangs over the
Oh,
door.
interesting.
And I drop all those in there. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
So
So the other
there's
one,
some good ones.
Yeah, the other one that I saw was actually for your shoes, and it has
Yes.
2 compartments, goes all the way down the
Oh, yeah,
doorway.
yeah.
And someone said that they put their stabilizer in those.
Oh, for stabilizer,
So
yeah.
that's a
That'd
great
be
way to do it.
awesome.
Or threads, or fabric. I can never remember what these are called.
Charm packs?
Your charm packs will stack in there very nicely.
That's a great idea.
This is a wooden box that I came across, and this
An
is
old drawer?
It's
Yeah.
so cute.
Okay.
turned on its
Yes,
side,
love that.
and this is where I stack. I just brought a few. I have this one and a larger one, and they're both full. of my
Do you have those hanging on a wall?
No,
or
they
are
are
just
actually
stacked on top of each other?
sitting on top of my fabric wall.
Okay,
So
nice.
So
That's
all
really
of
cute.
my
And it's
they're all
pretty.
together.
All your pre-cuts are there.
Yeah, if I want to pre-cut, I know
Perfect.
right where to go.
Nice.
These are, of course,
Yes,
awesome.
we love those.
To like, I have 2 or 3 sitting on my counter.
Those are
It's
the
gone.
Kimberbell rope bowls.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
so when I'm sewing, all of my feet or my threads
Sure.
or whatever go in, just in there.
Excellent. Yes, love that. What do you have here?
This.
Okay.
So this was all the rage, the Cobalt
I
toolbox.
recognize that.
This is from, sorry, it's dusty.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
So this has all of my
Yes.
serger stuff in it,
Okay.
and it sits next to my serger.
Very
So,
nice.
You have the most
color.
important thing is making it work for you.
Yeah.
So
And if this works for you, it's perfect. So
Right.
you probably have some extra needles in here, your
Yeah.
feet, things like that.
yes,
Okay.
everything
Love
extra
it.
for my sergers here.
And speaking of clear totes.
Clear totes.
Yeah.
So this is a shoebox,
Okay.
and I love it because it opens on 2 sides.
Oh, yes, right here too.
So
Where
I
did you find
have.
something like this?
I found these at Costco last year,
Okay.
and
Interesting.
I have 6 of them, and these hold all of my Kimberbell fabric. So I keep my Kimberbell fabric separate
not
than
the
the rest of my
scraps.
fabric. Right.
Yeah.
Because when I do a Kimberbell project,
You want it to
it's
all
gonna,
be
yeah,
Kimberbell.
I don't want to have to search for my fabric.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I didn't clean it up or anything. This is just how it is in my house. And I have two stacks
good.
of them
Yeah.
on a wall. And,
That's great.
And they hold my fabric.
Okay, another item that we see in the garage might be.
That's right. So this
Toolbox.
this is my grandkids' play toy, and this is a great thing to load up
Yeah.
to take to a retreat.
Oh, yes.
Or
You could even throw your threads in there if you wanted to, if you're
Oh,
going
yeah.
to a retreat or a class.
Your
and
threads,
do
your-
something like that.
anything.
You know, I have a friend who she works in a beauty salon, and she has a thing like this that they both fold out both sides, and she's got all
Sure.
of her tools. She bought it specifically for retreats.
Yeah.
To put her all of her tools.
All of her tools.
Everything fits.
I love
it's
that.
amazing.
I love that.
Easy. The only
Yes.
thing I
Yeah.
don't like is it's not clear.
That's
okay.
true. That's
Yeah.
So
true.
this does not actually
Yeah.
get used in my sewing room, but I thought it was a great way
Yeah.
to store or to
Take
put
things on
products
the
in.
go.
Yeah.
It's just
Okay,
so
and you can't
organizing.
go wrong with mason jars.
Yep.
And like how fun. I mean, I got this, had flowers in it.
Yep.
This one had flowers in
Uh-huh.
it. Reuse those jars.
Yes.
If you have too many, throw them away. But
Right.
if you can use them, this tape measure was my mom's.
Oh, I love that.
And so
So
the purple
kind of-
one my brother gave me.
Kind of
you
a
know,
nod
it's
to
yeah.
something sentimental.
It's decorative and useful.
Yeah, I like that.
And I do pull them out to measure some of my quilts.
And of course, you wouldn't be in Fern's home if you didn't see a Coca-Cola
Yes, that's true.
display.
My sister-in-laws take care of me.
Yes,
So I usually get something with full of candy.
that's
So-
cute. But again, a really
Again,
cute container.
a great way to hold those tall things
Love
that don't
that
always
with
Yeah.
the
fit.
handle. That's so cute.
And then
Yeah.
finally, tell us about this.
So this is not clear, but it's cute. And when I start doing my projects, then I can stack them in here and line them up. And I have a quilt that I need to quilt. I have, I'm not sure what that is yet, but I'm going to get to it. You'll do it. Yeah. And
Some of your Kimberbell events.
yeah.
Yeah.
So some patterns that I might want to do.
And of course,
So
we
just-
love these.
Yes,
Yes.
you love the
Yeah,
folders.
and we have these that have my girlfriend's Quilt Shop on them too.
Do we still have them?
I believe so. Yeah. So
If I didn't
very,
know, and I
very
would have had
fun.
them highlight those.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah,
Love
so
that. Mm-hmm.
just a quick, easy place to throw things. If I'm like right now, my UFOs, I honestly just finished 2 of them out of here, so I haven't
Nice.
restocked.
Congratulations. I know.
Thank you.
Doesn't
I
it
know.
feel good?
I'm going crazy with that.
Yeah.
So just find what you have around your house.
Okay.
If
I
you
like
if you
that.
don't have it,
Yeah.
container stores, go to the dollar
Yeah.
stores, go
Absolutely.
to any place, every place carries these clear containers. Look in the section where they organize your fridge. Those fridge containers that are clear
Yes.
are perfect for your sewing room. And find something that fits your space.
Do you think we could use those egg containers for something?
I bet we could.
I love those.
Yeah.
I'm sure we could come up with something, right?
There's a challenge.
There you go.
Throwing it down.
We love a good
Bobbins.
challenge around here.
That's right.
Well, too fun. You know, Ray said that she's tuning in late, but she just bought 8 of those shoe boxes and redid all her fabric.
It is incredible
great.
to be able to pull them out.
I like that you can see
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, like I can pull the whole thing out and line them up on my
make
ironing
sure
board
everyone
and
can
say,
see that
okay, I want
right
this,
here.
I want this.
I
Yeah.
love that. Yeah, Cindy said buttons.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
great place to store buttons.
And you can see them.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful. Well, if you have any ideas of how you repurpose items in your home to help in your sewing room, we'd love to hear. Put your thoughts in the comments so that we can all follow along and be inspired. So, thanks, Fern.
You are welcome.
This was the hard part is you have to take all this back.
So I'm not going to tell you what's laying all over my
Yeah,
sewing room floor right now because I had to empty things out to bring it. But
Yes, well, I appreciate
We got
that.
it.
Some really good bits of advice here for
Yeah.
sure, especially the one. Take it out of the bag.
take it out of the bag.
You're
Yes.
you're gonna forget. You're not gonna
Yeah.
know that it's there.
Whether
so.
it's your kitchen groceries or
Right.
your sewing room, take it out of the bag.
Exactly. Take it out of the bag. All right. Maybe we should start a hashtag. Take it out of the bag. All right, everyone. This was really very informative today. Thank you so much. I know you both have inspired me to keep going and keep. You know, it's one of those things that. It can feel a little overwhelming when you look first at your room, and especially if you've gotten a little behind. Today is the day to start. Absolutely, yes.
It's
Very
great
true.
feeling.
Very true.
Definitely. All right, there we go. Well, thank you that we have a brand new book club coming up. Then last year we did 3 all in 1 week. Boom, boom, boom. So we thought it would be fun to give you a heads up so that if you want live on March 19th is the date that we're going to be discussing the book, What the Wind Knows. Have you guys heard of it? Listen to Audible. Listen to Audible while you do it. But of course, we'll be discussing that novel. You know, as you start reading it, you might have a smile come to your face as you think about the country of Ireland.
Yep.
Can you imagine what the project's going to be? Oh, it looks like some of you have started it, so nice. We're glad to hear that. So be sure to share with your friends and say, hey, you know what? Join us with this book club.
Just
it's
read
just
the
fun.
book.
Just
Yeah,
read the
it's-
book. It's
very pretty so far.
It is, definitely. All right, everyone. Thank you for being with us. We are so grateful each and every day when you show up. It means the world to us. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Keep doing all the things you love, and we hope to see you again real soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.